is Friday, November 5th, 2021. I'm James. You are you. I hope you are you. Otherwise, you're a victim of the body snatchers. We are here for another edition of At Home with James. And let me tell you something. It is certainly not 9 o'clock. It is 1 hour earlier than we are used to doing this show. And frankly, when we do these early shows, I don't feel as equipped or prepared or as feisty as I do at 9 o'clock. Now, I know some people might say, well, James, what's really the difference between 8 and 9? We all know that once that 8 o'clock hour inches into 8:30, quarter to 9 into 9 o'clock, that's when things get a little freaky, right? A little frisky, a little effed up, like some out-of-control teens might say. So when it comes to an 8 o'clock show, this to me feels a little bit more pleasant, a little bit more warm, a little bit more, no pun intended, at home. It feels like we're truly together for a real pleasant evening of comedy and conversation. But I've done something tonight in order to ensure that things get a little wacky, a little wired, a little weird, maybe. What have I done? I've put a real trio of guests together. And sure, we're going to do a lot of the same old this and the same old that. Dimitri Kyres later on. Jess Fildes later on. Talking Halloween. She's got the post-Halloween blues. I saw her yesterday, still wearing Halloween clothes. One of the saddest things I've seen all 2021. And I say that with a COVID-19 still going on. We're going to kick things off in just a matter of moments with someone who is most certainly going to bring some fire to this night. 8 o'clock, we need someone to light the fuse. It's going to be another edition of Bullying Celebrities, one of the meanest, cruelest, vicious segments in at-home history. Jason Barker is here in just a moment. But if you're sitting at home on your couch or in your bed or on your turlet, you might be asking, well, why is the show at 8 o'clock? James, you're doing a lot of complaining. What's the matter? Is there a hockey game on at 9? Most certainly not. If there was, Dave Kaufman would be hosting right now. Are you asking yourself, James, are you going out to the club? Of course not. No one goes to that club at 9 o'clock. They do that at 10 o'clock. Is someone saying, well, James, you going on a hot date tonight? Of course not. I'm a good boy. The reason is, as of 9:30 p.m., I will be on stage 5 minutes from my home doing live comedy. Now, I know that throughout the past year, when I've had people such as Dave fill in, my integrity as a host has been called into question. They say he doesn't care about us. He gives up the show for hockey games. I'm fitting in at home before I got to go down the street to the smelliest theater in all of Montreal. It's Montreal Improv. I mean that literally and not figuratively. If you've been to this place, it's real smelly. I am not one of the people that complains about it. I think a nice stink gives character to not only a person, but a room as well. So if you're watching right now, and if you're in Montreal, 9:30 p.m., St. Henry, Dream Teams, I'll be on stage as well as a host of others. But when it comes to hosting, this is my main priority right now. If this show is a lover, baby, I'm giving you all of my attention. So let's get things started. I'm feeling feisty. Are you feisty? I can't hear you if you answer. So let's just assume that you said yes, yes, yes. Let's welcome our first guest. Last time he was here, talked about bullying celebrities. We're doing it again, live and in living color. It's Jason Barker. Jason, welcome back to the show, man.
Thanks very much. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Have I interrupted your evening by doing this an hour earlier than when we usually get together on this little program?
No, not at all. I was just watching TV with Robin. Nothing,
okay, so
nothing too important.
Yeah, and that's Robin, for people who don't know. It's your special person.
Yeah, she's the blurry figure back there.
Yeah, now last time you were on the show,
she's Bigfoot.
She shouted, wondering why I would invite you on this show.
Yes. She was very confused why me more than once. So this is the third time now, and she's laughing. She's laughing right now.
Yeah, that laugh was almost shades of here's a real reference point. Phil Giroux from the Tom Green Show.
Oh wow, that's an auto show. Another
Remember that
local.
he would hang out behind the set in the window laughing at the jokes. He wouldn't do anything other than laugh.
That's good stuff, man. I'd like to start off with giving you my condolences. I'm from Montreal as well. I don't know if anybody else knew that, but I heard that Super Sex burned down, or at least had a small fire, and I'm very, very sad about it. I'm going to tell you a true story about that place. I've never been there, but I was born there in Montreal. I moved here when I was 10, here being Ottawa. And I think it's right across the street from the Bay. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That's correct. So my father would used to park right outside the Bay, not Super Sex, and wait for my mother and my sister to, come in with the bags and everything. And I would always look up at that flying woman in the bikini, like, you know the logo, right?
Of course I do.
And I didn't know what went on in there, but I knew I really wanted to go. I never went. I still haven't ever been there, but I saw that I had her, and I'm pretty upset about that.
Well, I want to say from me and all the other Montrealers, we appreciate those condolences. Now, I'm going to tell you something, Jason. That was the first gentleman's club I ever went to.
Oh, how was it?
Well, you know what? It was everything that I thought it was going to be. I'm not, I wouldn't consider myself much of a deviant. Anytime I've been to an exotic dance club, I've never been one to go get, lap dances. I feel like the conversation would be uncomfortable and I wouldn't be able to truly immerse myself in the experience. But I remember the staff was really, really friendly.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's
completely burned down, or is it?
Go for it, Jason. I'm sorry.
Did it completely burn down, or is it salvageable?
It's gone. This thing is gone. Oh. It's a charred memory.
Oh, no.
Now, it closed a couple years ago, but the sign remained in all of its glory and integrity. Now the sign's gone too.
Oh, that sign was by child.
Well, it's a shame that we've started things off on such a somber note, but I think what we can do is really remember and cherish the good times that I had going there the one time I went. And all those times you as a small youngster was looking up at the sign, imagining what could be.
I had no idea what was in there, but I was right. I would love it.
Well, on the subject of strip clubs, have you ever been to Ottawa's famous Bear Facts?
I have. A buddy of mine used to be the one of the bouncers there. So yeah, I went there a couple times.
And how was that experience for you?
There were boobs. there were boobs, so I was happy.
All right, well, there you go. The reviews are in. Imagine going to the Google review. It just says like Jay Barker. You're looking at all the reviews, 5 stars, quote, there were boobs. So I was happy.
Yeah.
Look, we've managed to turn things around. We've given our condolences to one burnt to a crisp club and one fledgling club. And hopefully it survived the COVID-19 pandemic. But now we're really going to kick it into high gear. Jason, I said off the top, we got to do something to really light a fuse on this show. And one way to do it is talk about picking on people, but not, little kids or the elderly, right? Picking on people that, they would never care if we did. This is another edition of Bullying Celebrities. Now, for people who don't know, the first time we did this, we went through a list of classic bullying techniques, for lack of a better term, that oftentimes kids employ on other kids. And they included putting someone in a locker, pantsing someone, and stealing the lunch money, which you said you would steal from Stephen Hawking's.
Yep. Screw him.
Well, we're back again for a second round with all new bullying techniques. Now, before the show, you said you put more thought to this than you would have imagined. So I'm really excited to hear what's in store for these celebrities tonight.
Okay, let's do this.
Well, so let's get things started. Let's go with this classic one. It's very immature. Putting a kick me sign on an unknowing victim where you slap it on their back. It's very embarrassing.
It is. I chose Jaleel White. That is the actor who played Steve Urkel on Family Matters. So I don't want it to do it to Jaleel. I want to do it to Jaleel as Urkel. I figure because you're supposed to pick on nerds, right? The scrawny little nerds. Of course, I
agree.
Jaleel White could probably kick my ass. I'm sure he can.
We saw how cool he got when he would transform into Stefan Urkel.
Stefan.
Yeah.
See, I don't want him Stefan. I'm talking about Steve. Steve Urkel, absolutely. That guy's getting a kick me sign on his back for sure.
All right. So we're taking Jaleel White as Steve Urkel, famous TV nerd. You know who would really take a lot of pleasure in seeing that sign on Steve Urkel would probably be Carl Winslow.
Carl Winslow hated Steve. He despised him.
Yeah, with reason. Steve Urkel was one of the all-time biggest losers.
He could have just locked his front door, though. That would have solved a lot of his problems. So I'm thinking Carl kind of secretly liked him and wanted him to come over.
You know, and there must have been. Now, it's been a very long time since I've watched an episode of Family Matters. I watched religiously when I was a kid. I feel like there must have been moments where Carl exposed a soft spot for Steve Urkel. But Steve Urkel, he's coming into people's houses. He's knocking stuff over. He's falling into cakes. And he's asking, did I do that? And we knew he did.
Asking for cheese? What's up with that? I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
Asking for cheese.
I agree with this one. So you're putting a kick me sign on Jaleel White only as Steve Urkel, the famous TV nerd. Now let's go with this one. Another classic immature bully method, knocking someone's papers or books out of their hands as you pass by them in the hallway.
So for this one, we're going to have to go back because this actor unfortunately has passed away. I'm going to say Christopher Reeve after the horse accident because there's nothing he could do about it, and he couldn't pick up those papers.
Now, I love how stone cold you are with this one, right? You're unflinching in this. Now, again, this is the name of the game. We're talking about bullying celebrities. So Christopher Reeves, who had an accident, he fell off of a horse, I believe, right?
Yeah, and he broke his neck or his back.
Yeah, and now this is the second celebrity in a row in the edition where you get someone who's confined to a wheelchair.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Well, look, here's the thing. Now,
the point of bullying is to get away with it, right?
Yes, yeah. Now, this is the thing. We're looking at this from the perspective of a bully. This is something a bully would do, right?
Yes, you have to. I'm not going to pick on someone who's, faster and stronger than I am. That doesn't make any sense.
Right. A bully only picks on someone who they perceive to be weaker. Now, I can't believe I'm about to ask this against my better judgment. Are the papers in his lap?
I think you think about how he'd be carrying them, but I'm thinking in his mouth, maybe.
Oh.
Now his mouth.
Coming in from the chat right now. It looks like an abbreviated name, so my apologies if I'm abbreviating it incorrectly. This probably is I'm going to guess Kristen Mitchell or Kristen Michelle, quote, oh my God. Christine. There we go.
Yes.
Oh my God. Ha, 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 ha. So mortified, but still tickled.
That's what I do best, I think.
All right. Well, on that note, let's go to this next one. Now, I'm very excited to see who you've selected for this one. Another classic, putting a bunch of leaves in someone's shirt as they're held down. So stuffing their shirt with old leaves.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if you meant wet leaves or dry leaves because there's a big difference.
Yeah,
so I'm going to give you both.
Oh, I love it.
So for wet leaves, I chose Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, why Melissa McCarthy?
I don't like well, I'll say fat. I don't care. I'm watching. I don't like it when fat actors play fat people, if that makes any sense.
Right. No,
like,
I think I understand what you're saying. I want you to expand on it.
Clumsy and
Okay, so someone like a Chris Farley or a Kevin James.
Yeah. Why are you doing that?
Okay,
Can't
so
you just be a
now,
regular
if I'm
human?
understanding correctly, do you feel like it's more shameful for them? You feel like that there's something about it that they're like, I'm curious to get into your mind on this one.
Yeah, I feel like they're playing to a stereotype that's unnecessary.
Right.
I know fat people and they don't fall.
Right. So you think that they're doing harm?
Yes.
Right. So in order to get revenge, you're shoving Melissa McCarthy's shirt full of wet leaves.
Wet leaves, so they're sticky and gross and probably have leeches or slugs or
wow. Could you imagine Melissa McCarthy was watching this show?
Just stop her from falling down
right now? Yeah.
I think you're frozen.
Look, I know. I think that on my end, you're frozen.
You're hearing me.
There might be technical difficulties. I can't tell if I'm frozen or Jason is frozen. It looks on Twitch like Jason is frozen. Why don't we see if this just resolves itself? I think it's resolved itself. Jason, are you with us?
Oh, there we go. I think we're back.
I think we're back. See, I'm just a
No,
believer
we're
in
not.
things. I think they are. I think we are. We're good. I think we're good.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. I don't know what just happened. Must have been Melissa. She is watching.
Yeah, she's watching. She's put a bug into the system. Now, what celebrity would you put dry leaves in the shirt of?
I wrote Joey Lawrence.
Joey Lawrence, famous from Blossom.
Yeah. I didn't really have a reason. I just thought of him. Like the second I thought of dry leaves, he popped into my mind. I think it's probably because he said "whoa" all the time.
Yeah, that was his. For people who don't know, on Blossom, he was a cast member on Blossom, and that was his catchphrase. Whoa! Yeah. All right.
All the time.
So we're gonna move on to our next one now. I mentioned this off air. I don't know if this is something, but I'm sure it's happened. Putting dog poop in someone's sandwich.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an actual thing that bullies do, but if it isn't, I hope from this point forward it will be. I hope enough bullies are watching this now, and if you are, I highly recommend putting poop in every sandwich that is not your own.
Yeah.
I chose not William Dafoe, because that's a very common conception. Yep. It's Willem Dafoe, the guy who played the green. What is it? Green Goblin.
Green Goblin. He was also in I believe it was recently The Lighthouse.
Yes. Yeah, he's a creepy looking man. If someone's gonna eat a poop sandwich, wait a second, are they eating it or am I just putting it in their sandwich?
I think they at least take one bite.
So if I'm gonna watch someone eat a poop sandwich, I want it to be creepy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just figure it's better. And he's got that, that evil grin that he can do.
Yeah.
Just imagine his teeth covered in poop.
Now it's almost that he's so creepy looking that he might just continue to eat the sandwich.
That's what I'm thinking. I would love to see what happens after that first bite. And
so
I feel like if anyone can pull it off, it's him.
You've selected him under the presumption that he could continue eating a feces sandwich.
And then the joke would be on me because he did it.
Yeah, he stands up to your bullying by eating the sandwich.
Yeah. I think he can do it. I think he would do it too.
All right, so there we go. Willem Dafoe, he's been put on the list of celebrities to bully. I want to go to this one now. When you're at the beach and you steal someone's towel or clothing, rendering them nude.
Okay, so this is going to be a throwback to the first time we did this. I'm going to go with Danny DeVito.
Yeah, you mentioned that you would pants Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I would. Danny DeVito's a gross little man, and I want everyone to see his gross wiener.
Now, I was hoping that you'd have some type of crossover. Now, for people who weren't watching, why is it that you want people to see Danny DeVito's genitals so much?
I think they're gross. I think they're just filthy and they stink. And I do believe I said that his wiener's probably paper thin. And, everyone pointing and laughing at him while he's, struggling to get out of the water with his floppy little legs. It's just, I don't know, something gross about him. I'm sure he's a really nice guy, but he's gross.
Yeah.
Look, has anyone ever been like, yo, Danny DeVito's hot? I don't think anyone's ever said that.
Look, it might happen in the chat. So if there's anyone out there right now, if you think Danny DeVito's quote hot, stand up to Jason. Let him know. Now, on the topic of
I want numbers.
On the topic of beach-based bullying, there's another one. Kicking sand in someone's face.
Okay, so I chose Stevie Wonder because he couldn't see the sand coming. I want to prove to the world that he is not blind, and I guarantee you he's going to flinch.
You think he's faking it?
His ruse is up. He's faking it. You can't play the piano if you can't see. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care.
I think I've seen some videos on YouTube where it's like proof that Stevie Wonder can see.
And I think the sand is what's going to happen. I'm going to kick it right in his face, and he's going to flinch. And if he doesn't, oh well.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if you were the person to expose this rumor that Stevie Wonder is not actually blind?
Oh, that's what I'm all about right now. Is exposing the truth.
Well,
the X-Files said the truth is out there.
Yeah.
I'm here to prove it.
I like that in their world, it was for the paranormal and otherworldly. For you, it's exposing celebrities who are faking blindness.
There's far too many of them out there. It's not a funny matter. So you know
right,
what,
yeah.
Stevie? I'm coming for you.
All right. Well, we're going to move on. I believe this is our final one. Now, I was excited about this one. The first time we did this, we had a wedgie. Tonight, we take it up a notch. Which celebrity would you deliver an atomic wedgie to? And for people who don't know, a normal wedgie is where you just lift someone's underwear up into their anus. The atomic wedgie, now there might be variations. You lift the underwear up so much so that you can pull the waistband over the victim's head. And it's still going through their anus.
Yeah, always through the anus. You got to go through the anus. I'm going to say Roseanne. I chose because, well, there you go. That reaction is exactly why I chose Roseanne.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gotten enough wedgies in her life.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see it happen.
Yeah, well, Roseanne,
time.
I think a lot of people would probably appreciate that because I feel like Roseanne has really fallen out of favor with the public.
That's why she had some kind of I don't know, social media uproar not too long ago. I remember.
Yeah.
I think it's time for her to get a wedgie, an atomic wedgie,
An
not
atomic
just
wedgie.
a regular old wedgie.
Now,
The good kind.
I'm putting you on the spot here. What type of underwear is your preferred underwear as you perform this atomic wedgie?
Every time I see it in movies and in cartoons, they're always just the plain tidy white. So I'm guessing that's the classic. I feel like I should use those as well, just because, you know, it's, if we're going to go for classic bullying, I might as well use classic items as well.
Right. So if you're going to do a atomic wedgie, it's got to be traditionally men's white tidy whities.
Yes, probably Hanes, because they're the only underwear brand I can think of at the moment.
Look, there's the Fruit of the Looms. There's maybe Joe Boxer.
That's true.
There's a variety that you can go with, but you're going Hanes tidy whities as you deliver a devastating atomic wedgie to Roseanne.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, from back in the 90s, Michael Jordan was sponsored by Hanes or something like that. So I'm going to go for that.
All right. Well, look, we've said a lot of bad things about celebrities tonight. We've ended it on a positive that Michael Jordan was a Hanes model in the 90s.
Yes.
Well, Jason, I
gotta go back to the 90s.
I think we've done it again. We're going to have to get you back sometime soon. Winter's coming up. We're going to have to figure out which celebrity you would deliver a snow job to, which is where you kick and cover a celebrity in snow. But we're not going to say, we're going to say that for another time.
Okay. I'll work on it. Send me a list and I'll really put some thought into it.
These will be maybe Christmas-based bullying methods.
Okay. I like it.
Jason, thanks so much for putting this list together. Once again, you rocked my world.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. You know what? Danny DeVito can also go to hell. I'm going to end it like that all the time. I'm sick of that guy. I hope if he's not, I'll tweet him right now and tell him to come and watch this. I'm not even kidding. I'm going to find him on Twitter and I'm going to tell him, you know what, Danny, I'm sick of your wiener. It's disgusting.
All right. Well, keep me posted on that one.
For sure.
All right. Thanks, Jason.
Have a good night, everybody.
That's Jason Barker. The one thing that I wish that I had brought up, and I had meant to multiple times during that segment, is I think he was wearing a house coat during that entire interview. I don't know if anyone's been on this show wearing a house coat, because I'd imagine that he probably also has some slippers on, maybe some nice pajamas. Well, that's Jason Barker. If you're a celebrity, watch out. Steve Urkel, Melissa McCarthy, Roseanne, Danny DeVito, no one is safe. I'll tell you who's not feeling good right now, and I'm not talking Roseanne. It's our next guest, someone who adores the Halloween season, and trust me, last thing I want to do is have a Halloween segment, but I guess we're going to have one. Let's welcome someone who's got the Halloween blues. It's Jess Fildes. Jess, how's it going?
Okay. How are you?
As I'm doing okay. As that last segment was going on, were you thinking about celebrities that maybe you'd want to bully?
Not really.
No? Do you have any celebrities you don't like?
I mean, probably, but I off the top of my head, I don't know.
Well, I've known you for a decade now, and I don't think I've heard you speak in a cross way about maybe more than 5 people, let alone a celebrity. Could you imagine if I exposed the names of people you spoke cross about on this show right now?
That would be quite something.
I wouldn't do it, though. I'd never do that. And the people who are watching wouldn't even know any of these people. But you know what? Look, we're not going to get into all that. Jess, you love Halloween, right?
Yeah, I do.
God bless you. I tried my best, and I think I
Yeah,
did an okay job. It's over. Someone asked me today, how's your Halloween? I said, I felt nothing. I feigned it for the show, which I'm happy to do because I like doing occasions on the show. You're a super fan, right? You wait all year long, and it's over now. You were here a week ago tonight to judge the pumpkin carving extravaganza. A couple days later, it was Halloween. Monday hits. Take me through how you're feeling. Are you still feeling those spooky season blues?
yeah, a bit. And like the worst part is just it felt really cold this week.
Mm-hmm.
So it felt like we're headed into winter
Yep.
and yeah, it just got like kind of the winter blues, I guess, a little
Right.
bit.
Okay, so they were post Halloween blues / winter blues in November.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, my hope is that this segment can help you feel better, and we can really put this Halloween stuff to bed. Now, in order to do that, I'm curious to know: did you continue watching scary movies after the 31st?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a Godzilla movie tonight.
Now, is Godzilla a horror movie? Would we call that a horror movie?
Yeah, it's like a monster movie.
All right. Okay. Now, are you watching any other traditional scary movie, like a slasher or something with paranormal activity?
Tonight, yes, I'm watching the
Hanging
latest
on.
episode of the TV show Chucky.
You're hanging on, eh? You're hanging on.
Yeah.
Forcing Halloween to the best of your abilities, right? Now, do you
I
have
mean,
any you have any get your Halloween decorate? Yeah, but Jess, come on now, right? Could you imagine if you came over to my house and I had Valentine's Day decorations up?
it's
I was watching. Oh, it's different. Why is it different? Let's talk about this. Valentine's Day and Halloween, they both feature giving candy, often celebrated by children, but also adults. You get no day off from either. It is not a statutory holiday. There's no religious aspects to it. So tell me, Jess, how's Halloween and Valentine's Day that different? A lot of romantic comedies.
What I meant is that you can watch scary movies year round.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be
Well,
Halloween.
hold on now. You said they're not, it's different. And I said, why is it different if you have Halloween decorations up and I've got Valentine's Day decorations up? You think I was a nut if you came in here and there were cupids hanging from my ceiling?
Maybe it's, your kitsch.
And what if I said, you said it's Halloween all year round. What if I said, I just think it's Valentine's Day all year round too? And you look down and on my coffee table, there's a big bowl of those chalky Valentine's Day candies. Will you be mine? Forever yours.
Where would you have gotten them?
The same place you're getting all your Halloween stuff. Now, Jess, you had a Halloween care package that arrived yesterday.
Yeah, but that's not my fault. It arrived
Well, whose
late.
fault is it? Who sent it to you? The Great Pumpkin?
I ordered it in September. It was supposed to arrive.
Well, this horrible customer service. It's horrible customer. You should open up your email right now. I want you to send an email to these people. Say, I am shocked and dismayed by the delivery system. I was promised that I would receive this package prior to Halloween. I got it on November 4th when no one is celebrating anymore. What are you going to do to fix this? Signed, a dedicated Halloween fan.
I'm not going to write that. It was a pleasant surprise. It was like Halloween ended and I still got to live it a little bit.
Now, can you imagine you walk into my house right now? I got St. Patrick's Day, the decorations all over I'm wearing a foam dome hat. I'm wearing a t-shirt that says, it's got a clover on it. It says, F me, I'm Irish, which I am. Right? You think I was a crazy person.
Or you just really like the day? I don't know.
Okay, so basically, I think we're going to land on this, Jess, is that, I agree that you can watch scary movies any time of year. But do you feel on any level you're trying to keep Halloween alive, right? trying to keep it alive. This is like me going out to the club Super Sex, pretending I can get in, waving my $5 bills around.
Okay. So no, I adapt. And what I mean by that is with like the holidays coming up, I've started to switch to holiday horror.
I gotta stop or I'm gonna get excited. With the holidays coming up, go on.
Yeah, with the holidays coming up, I've switched to I'm going to switch to holiday horror movies.
Right. So you're gonna be watching Black Christmas.
Yes.
Christmas Evil.
Yes.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Maybe.
Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Silent
No.
Night, Deadly Night 3. Silent
No.
Night, Deadly Night 4.
No.
So hold on now. Why are you not going to be watching Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Silent Night, Deadly Night is not one of my favorite Christmas
Mhm.
horror movies. I much prefer Black Christmas and Christmas Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're keeping it alive. There we go. Nice shot of a cat's butthole in a frame. Now you're keeping it alive by watching only the most gruesome holiday horror. Now, do you think you're going to be? Here we go. Right? It's so nice we had to see it twice and now thrice. Now, are you going to be watching any actual holiday movies?
Yeah, but closer to Christmas, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I don't want to turn this into a Christmas segment because there's really got a glimpse of it that time. Now, I'm curious to know. Last week you were here. We had the pumpkin carving contest, right? To recap, Taylor McMillan won in a landslide.
Yeah.
Thinking back to that, I'm curious to know. Do you feel you were harsh with your scores to Joe Conto's pumpkin?
No, I don't think so.
No. Well, all right. Well, then we'll move on from there. Well, now, Jess, I'm also curious to know, in the spirit of keeping Halloween alive, I really thought there was going to be a discourse about that, or we'll just move on. Are you gonna be wearing Halloween clothes all year round?
What do you mean by Halloween clothes?
You know, your Freddy t-shirts.
Those are horror movie merch.
Yeah.
Not Halloween clothes.
Yeah, but I would say that the movies are Jess, what if I was walking around, right, in January wearing a Christmas Story t-shirt? Someone would say, is that guy wearing a Christmas Story t-shirt? And his friend would go, yeah, I think so. Then the first guy would go, man, I'm going to kill that guy.
That's
He'd walk up to me. He would smash me over the head with a brick.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah. You probably wear a Freddy Krueger shirt to my funeral.
I wouldn't wear a Freddy Krueger shirt to your funeral.
And then I'd be Freddy Krueger to you. After I'm dead, I would haunt your dream saying, put on non-Halloween clothes. That's my Freddy Krueger impersonation.
No. You invite me on the show.
Jess, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm a big believer in giving people entertainment, right? Jess, you know I'm teasing, right? I'm just teasing.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like you got drunk there all of a sudden. Jess, what about this? Jess, what if you give me the gears a little bit? Come on, sock it to me. Maybe what if you do an unflattering impersonation of me? right? You probably could do something, an unflattering impersonation. Come on.
No.
What do you mean no? You can't do an unflattering impersonation of me. I could start maybe I could do one of you to get things started.
So you're gonna tear me down more?
I'm not tearing. Just this is our dynamic on the show, right? This is our dynamic. We'll get off the air. We'll have a 1-hour phone call to hash it out.
And do you wonder why I hate coming on the show?
Oh, so you admit it? A year of denial, and now you admit it. You admit it. No, come on. Let's look, Jess. This whole segment was about emotions. Let's hash this out, right? I didn't do any preparation going into this. You threw me a curveball by having absolutely no follow-up to how you did not have any sympathy or pity for scoring Joe's pumpkin so poorly. I pivoted, right? I pivoted.
I didn't score it that poorly.
Well, okay, I think you did though. But anyways, we digress. We've
like
moved
a
on.
9 out of 15. That's
I
pretty
think
good.
I think that we have to find some finality to this, right?
All right.
Jess, this is what I think. I think you follow your bliss and you do as you wish, you wear what you want, and you live life with a smile on your face.
All right.
I can tell you're waiting for me to follow this up with a real, like, I got you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something nice for you.
Okay.
Later tonight, I'm going to show up at your house dressed as Michael Myers. You're gonna wake up and I'll just be standing in your closet.
Oh God.
Well, I thought you loved Halloween. Halloween every day. What do you think, Jess?
All right.
Or yeah, I'm probably more like the leprechaun. Oh, because we know how you feel about the Irish after tonight's segment.
What?
Your silence spoke more than words ever could. This has been a controversial show. First we got Jason talking about Roseanne and Melissa McCarthy and Stephen Hawking's, and now we got you talking about the Irish.
I haven't mentioned the Irish.
Do you have any opinions on them?
No.
You're denying that you're anti-Irish. Jess, how about this?
Oh boy.
A peace offering.
Okay.
What if you and me watch Silent Night, Deadly Night together?
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
Or maybe I'll even wear a spooky t-shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll find the scariest thing I can.
Nice.
There we
Okay,
go.
I'm in.
Jess, I think we did it. Now you're going to be back for the holidays, right?
Yep.
We got the holiday snack panel coming up. Have you been putting a list together?
And checking it twice.
Oh, a person after my heart. Jess, look, thanks so much for doing this. You know I kid, right? You know I kid?
Yeah, I know.
All right. And I don't think you're anti-Irish.
Joke's on you.
Ooh. All right. I'm going to have to apologize to all my family members after this segment for I am James Allen McGee. Jess, thanks so much for being here. Okay.
Thanks for having me.
That's Jess Fildes. You know, me and Jess, we're like old poker buddies. We like to give each other the gears. She wins a hand, and then I got to take off my shirt. I win a hand, and then she's got to give me the keys to her station wagon, and I get her station wagon for a week. Folks, we're going to be back on Monday at our regularly scheduled time at 9 p.m. right here on Twitch. Before we do that, got just a little bit of time left before I have to take it to the stage. Let's welcome the one and only Dimitri Kyres to the show. Dimitri, what's up? What the hell is going on?
What's up, James?
Dimitri, I don't know about this look, but can you tell me more?
Do I need to say more?
Well, yeah, you got a blazer on. It looks like you got a white, tight shirt underneath. It's cold outside. You got a goatee now, and you're wearing sleazy Darren sunglasses.
He lent them to me. because tonight's gonna get real sleazy.
You've been hanging out with Sleazy Darren?
That guy's a great time. And let's just
Is
say,
he?
yes.
Well, you better watch out because he's going to accuse you of stealing his style, much as he has accused the Cheetos people of taking his likeness and creating Chester Cheeto.
I asked him if I can borrow these for one night only. And
You look like a guy that would be working outside of Club Super Sex.
Rest in peace. Those angels are up there right now, and you know what?
Yeah.
They're dancing their hearts out for Jesus Christ.
Well, Dimitri, before we get into it, I got a question. You got any opinions on the Irish?
They're great people.
I'm glad someone finally said it tonight.
They're the best people I've ever known. The Irish, the Scottish, the Brits, and the Normans.
You're just going through all of the United Kingdom, huh?
I can go even further if you would like.
I noticed you left out Wales.
I hate the Wales. Anyway, I won't get into it. But I don't like their blowholes. Listen, James, I'm having a great night tonight. And the reason?
Yeah.
Dancing is back on the menu.
Well, no. Dancing starts on the 15th of November.
What day is it today?
Today's the 5th of November.
That explains all the cops.
Yo, what's going on,
That
Dimitri?
explains all the
Are
cops.
you on Crescent Street?
I'm on Crescent Street, aka the main vein of Montreal.
I don't know if I like that name.
It's where the party is happening.
Mm-hmm.
The mixers and the makers are putting their juice together in a little pot.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm having a good time.
All right, so you're planning or at least intending on going out dancing tonight?
Yeah.
And it looks like there's a bunch of police officers breaking up the party.
Ah, man, these guys are just party poopers. Little do they know we're actually on our way to another club on Crescent Street.
Okay, what club are you going to?
Busan's.
Wait, hold on. That's not a club. That's a Lebanese restaurant.
Oh, on the outside, my friend. On the outside. You walk inside. Lean in. Let me tell you something. You walk inside. And you ask for something that's not on the menu. It used to be the creation sandwich. But then people got wise. Now, you order for the extra delicious deluxe. And then
Extra? Yeah, go on.
extra delicious deluxe. And then they bring you to the back room. Or as I like to call it, the freezer. It's a freezer, and behind the ham,
Ham? There's no ham at Westan. There's no pork products there.
exactly, a keen eye would notice that that's out of place. You pass the ham, the colossal ham. You push it to the side and you see a doorknob. You knock thrice, and a gentleman lets you in to the most exclusive establishment in North America.
So you're saying that inside the original Bustan located on Crescent Street, there's a code word that takes you to the back through the freezer, which then is an entry point to one of the city's hottest clubs. What makes it so hot?
What makes it so hot?
Yeah.
It's got Bustan food everywhere.
So it's like the restaurant.
It's like the restaurant, but there's more.
Okay.
At the center, there's a giant fountain, triple decker. And as it climbs to the top, the nudity increases.
Okay, so there's a triple decker fountain that exceeds each floor of the club. Is that what I'm understanding?
Correct.
Okay, so paint me a picture of what the people look like on the first floor.
First floor, full suit
Okay.
or formal wear.
Okay.
Second store, bikinis
Okay.
and turbo swim trunks.
What the hell is a turbo swim trunk?
Oh, you don't know what a turbo swim trunk is?
Unfortunately, I don't.
It's a Speedo, but without anything in the back.
So it's basically a bottomless Speedo.
It's a Speedo
Sounds like a jock strap.
that hangs around the jewels and straps upwards, past, straps upward. There's one strap past the belly button, through the pectorals, and it creates a collar that hangs around the gentleman's throat. From
And the
scrotum
third,
to throat.
the third floor is nude.
And the third floor is ultimate sin.
What does that mean? Is that nude?
It's nudity and more.
What do you mean by more? What could be more than nudity? You're talking about the people are having sex? Is that what I'm understanding?
This isn't some sick club where deviants are free to roam like free-range chickens in a coop.
Sure.
This is a highly touted establishment with nudity. It's more than nudity.
But I keep asking, what does that mean more? What do you mean by more?
It's beyond the skin. X-ray
Okay.
glasses are
Now
given
this,
upon
can
entry.
I ask a question? Can
Sure.
I ask a question?
Yeah.
This club that's run out of Bustan, does this club have anything to do with legendary ass conductor Axel Hunter?
Oh, you know him?
Well, I know of him by way of your, flaunting of his escapades.
Axel Hunter presents Bustan More Than Nude.
So it does have to do with him.
What can I say? The guy's on a roll. Not only did he pop out one of the most hottest and highly rated exotic Halloween parties. Again, Sinister
You
Sex.
went?
Of course I went. I wasn't at your thing, was I?
No.
Exactly. A fool would have missed it. He then released a film, right? And now, and we are so lucky to have him, he's establishing many different clubs here in Montreal. Bustan is just simply one of them.
All right, so this filmmaker and again, legendary quote ass conductor Axel Hunter, he is popping off at the moment, and you're going there tonight.
Not only am I going tonight, I'm getting involved with Axel.
What does that mean?
It means he's letting me run one of my own clubs. Of course, under the Axel Hunter's legendary ass conductor name. But I'm getting involved in club owning.
You're gonna own a club?
Yeah, I've learned from the best, James McGee.
Yeah.
I know how to entertain people. I've been doing it for the last 2 years on your show through tech and other. And now I'm taking my talents that I've learned from your show, thank you, and I'm taking it out to the streets because, again, fun is back on the menu, especially here on Crescent Street.
All right, well, can you tell us as we begin to wind down, what should people expect out of your nightclub?
I'm really glad you asked that. James, think hard. What's something that you love most as a man, as a human being, but more importantly, as somebody who's been depraved for almost 2 years?
I mean, I like a nice cup of coffee.
Axel Hunter presents Hot Coffee, the experience.
Are you coming up with this now, or is this a coincidence?
No, this was the idea. It's taking the cup of coffee, making it into a transcendental experience.
Yeah, I just think the problem with a lot of this Axel Hunter stuff is it sounds real. Again, you mentioned the word earlier, depraved.
Oh, and it will be. It's taking a coffee experience, normally not very depraved, and making it extremely depraved.
Oh. All right, well, I just received a production note from Devin. He let me know that you've gone to the liberty of booking an appearance on this show for Axel Hunter.
I have. Axel Hunter has grown really interested in your show and you, James. He wants you involved in this next club that we're going to put together.
I don't know if I want to be involved with Mr. Hunter.
You don't want to be involved with Mr. Axel Hunter, legendary ass conductor and fetish play organizer?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you the weekend to reconsider.
All right, well, yeah, I'm glad you're giving me time just in case I change my mind.
Teacups filled with hot jacuzzi coffee, taking depravity and sexuality to the next experience. It's a frontier, James, taking the comfort of a cup of coffee and putting it on his head. Just think about it.
Well,
We're
it
always
sounds
here.
scalding. Look, Dimitri, I want to thank you so much for this. I guess I'm going to see you in at some point in time. I don't know if it's going to be at your club, but I hope to see you soon, and I hope that that goatee is gone when I do.
Well, this goatee is here to stay, James. It comes with being part of the Axel Hunter crew, if you will.
Right. Well, have fun with you and the rest of the crew.
Take a walk on the wild side, James. You might like what you find.
Well, thank you for that, Dimitri. Have a good night. Okay.
Yes.
Well, the way that he said yes at the end of that segment kind of concerns me just a little bit. Folks, that's our show. That was Dimitri Kyres. Jess Fildes was here. Jason Barker was here. I was here. You were here. And now I get up. I put some grown-up pants on. I make my way down the street to perform some live comedy. Again, if you're watching right now, in about 35 minutes time, Montreal Improv presents Dream Teams. If you're at home, you got nothing to do, get your rear end on the metro, come on down for a night of laughter. If you can't make it, happens to the best of us. It's cold out, you're cozy, you do what you wish, and you follow your bliss. But I will see you right here on Twitch on Monday, 9 p.m. Until then, I am James, you are you, we were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.